Welcome to our video series for the Faron Woods in Skyward Sword, and in this video series we're going to be taking you from Link's first steps on the surface all the way through to the entrance of Skyview Temple.
And what will eventually become Hyrule in later games, I guess that's how it works. I guess possibly it could be Termina too, maybe. Since it splits on the timeline. Oh my god, let's not get, that's too much to talk about right now.
We're just getting started and you're throwing theories out
Lord.
there. This is crazy. But I do think it's really cool, though, that this is the first time, according to the Zelda timeline, that we're even setting foot on, like you said, the land that eventually becomes Hyrule.
Well, like, all the goddesses were down here beforehand, and like I guess the monsters are like some kind of evil. I guess Demise, Sashi in prison, kind of came here, and then that's when they all went to the sky. So, I mean, there's people who are like way back in the days will kind of find out in this area. But yeah, it's kind of cool, like, you know, this is the first time we are stepping foot on what eventually will be Hyrule.
Especially like in the introductory section, introductory section of this game, like everyone in Skyloft talks about no one's ever been down here and all that stuff. It's really cool. So.
And how about that? We finally made it down here.
I know.
I mean, my lord, Skyloft, you're up there for like 2 or 3 hours if you know what you're doing.
I know. That's one of my very few complaints on this game is how long it kind of takes to get going.
It takes forever, and I'm hoping that the new Zelda game that comes out on the Wii U is not like that.
I hope so too.
Like a Link Between Worlds, like where you were able to go anywhere.
Exactly.
Right off the bat. I hope the new Zelda is like that.
Yeah. I will say, though, we will be spending quite a bit of time here in the sealed grounds throughout the course of this
entire we come back here, a couple times, actually. And,
man,
it's not my favorite area, but, I mean, I just love this area. It's absolutely beautiful, and, you know, we kind of talked about Skyward Sword. Some people like it, some people really hate it. I'm actually a huge fan of the game, just like the art style of this game, and just this area right here, I think it's just absolutely gorgeous.
Especially once we set foot inside the actual woods itself and not just the sealed grounds.
It's beautiful.
I think we both agree it's one of the best looking areas in the game.
It is. Now, I don't understand, like, this cinematic right here. Like, he's not dreaming or anything, so, like, what is this, like an illusion or something?
Maybe it's like a vision or something like that.
Yeah, well, I'm not having a... Link's got a messed up mind, and I'm not having visions like that.
No, not at all. Maybe it's like a prophecy type thing.
If I'm having visions like that, I'm going in my bedroom and I'm locking my door and I'm staying there.
Head under the covers.
Yes, exactly.
I will say, though, we do get our first sneak peek at an enemy we're going to be seeing quite a bit as well throughout this game, unfortunately.
He's
the worst.
About that. Yeah. It's not that he's a bad fight, it's just the fact that we have to fight him so many times throughout this game that just makes it so bad.
Yeah, so we get this nice little sneak peek at him right here. We'll get used to seeing that guy.
Which is actually Demise, our final boss, but...
It's in his weakened form.
Yeah, his weakened form or something like his sealed form. Well, does it make sense?
Or sealed form. Yeah,
that makes sense. Or sealed ground, so no, whatever.
Well, when you get to our final fight videos, then you'll see what we're talking about.
Exactly. But I like thinking about like this area right here, and like we've not seen this in like other Zelda games that have come out before this time. But like I want to know, because Skyward Sword is really the last big Zelda game made.
Yeah, definitely.
But I want to see like if this plays a role in any of the Zelda games afterwards, because for some reason this seems like just a really significant place.
It was. I mean, it's like where they chose to seal away this great evil that battled the goddess. And it just, you'd think that it, obviously this was the first time it appeared in a Zelda game, and it's weird with it being the earliest, but anyway, I'm curious to see as well if they continue incorporating it, or if they say they're done with it since, you know, by the end of the game, you're kind of, if you win, you defeat the evil.
We know, like, you know, you always get the Master Sword, like, in the Forest. Well, in Ocarina of Time, you got in the Temple of Time, but, like, that later becomes the Forest. And so, like, you can see right here, so, like, was this place kind of, obviously, like, the Sealed Grounds has to do something with the Temple of Time. Ocarina of Time, and then, like, you know, it's around the Force, so it seems like it's all, you know, it's definitely connected somehow. But just I want to see maybe if they throw a game in between Ocarina of Time and Skyward Sword, which is where I'm hoping the Wii U game goes.
Yeah,
actually, I kind of want to see how they use this and what they do with it, if anything.
If anything, yeah, that's the big question. But it's weird, though, because, like, we had that vision we just had, and now Link's hearing these voices in his head about the Skyward Strike. Man, if I was Link, I would be worried about what is going on in my head right now.
Yeah, exactly. But it's kind of cool. Man, I just love these, like, air gusts. Sorry, I choked on beer. I'm trying to... I'm still trying to... I was trying not to cough, and I think I finally just had to let it out, but...
sometimes you got to.
But no, I just love, like, he talked about before we started, like, the sailcloth, and how it's used, like, kind of in this area, like in the, whether you want to call it steam ups or something.
Yeah, just wind, steam, vents.
Air vents.
Yeah, for lack of a better word.
Yeah. But I mean, I like how the whole sailcloth and those things were used, like how you can push you up to like higher levels. I mean, I don't know, just something very small but very cool.
Plus, we really could have used that sailcloth in other Zelda games where it protects you when you fall. You know, it lets you slow down your landing. Yeah. And I know in some of the other Zelda games you could roll to kind of
yeah, but you had to time it pretty good though.
Yeah, so having the sailcloth would have come in handy in a lot of Zelda.
And Reg, you don't know about this, and I'm a little bit upset about it now, but in the new Wii U footage for the new Zelda, they actually have the sailcloth in there.
Oh, good.
And so, like, you know, you don't really know where it's placed here or not, but they kind of bring that back and use it to kind of glide across places. Which it's a new, like, you can kind of, it's like kind of, glide, like I said.
They kind of had that with the leaf in Wind Waker.
Oh, exactly. That's exactly what it's like. It's exactly like the DQ leaf in the Wind Waker.
I'm glad they brought that concept back. I kind of like it's almost parasailing.
We've not got a lot of details because it just came out, like, I think either last weekend at the time we're doing the commentary.
Yeah. But yeah, that'll be. I'm glad they decided to keep that idea. Now, another little mechanic that they introduced in this game that you just saw us do a second ago is this idea of dowsing, which is just, I hate saying that word, but you know.
But is it associated with fee or?
Just the word in general sounds dirty, but but it's like people hate saying the word like moist and things like that. Some words just bad.
What kind of dirty were you thinking about?
Don't worry about it. So, but anyway, dowsing. It's this ability you have to like. It kind of points you in the right direction. And Fee's story is that she can pick up the aura of these people or whatever.
Doesn't that kind of defeat the purpose of Zelda though?
I know.
Like, you know, like something like guiding you like kind of where to go and everything.
Yeah.
So.
A lot of people, or at least in my opinion, a lot of people would see it as like too much hand holding. Like
there's definitely a lot of hand holding from Fee in this game.
Oh my god! Especially in these this introductory part here, we're gonna be. I mean, she jumps up and talks to us a lot in the next few videos.
Now I really like this old lady. Like she'll be giving us a lot of the backstory throughout the entire game, and that's one thing that I actually really like about Skyward Sword is just the whole storyline.
It is so
of the entire game. Like we got so much in this game.
It really has, and like right here, she starts out by explaining that like. Your coming was foretold like years and years and years ago. And also Zelda's coming as well. Although she calls her like the Maiden of Destiny or something like that.
And one thing I love about this game is that Zelda actually is like pursuing a purpose in this game. Like, you know, she's just not getting kidnapped. Like, she actually has her own little task that she's doing just like I said, like actually I don't think I've said this, but
you're saying it now.
You're saying it now. Like I just love the whole interaction between Zelda and Link and how they're friends. There's like a story behind them, and then like I just said, she has a purpose. I mean, the storyline in this game I think is absolutely fantastic in how it's told.
I agree, and then like right there, even this girl's like the way Zelda got here was not the manner that she was supposed to. So it's like obviously this whole thing it's destiny that they're coming here. But something's screwing up.
Well, how did she get down there? Like, didn't like in prison? Like, how did she?
There was like a tornado. In
a tornado. Yeah. That's right.
And it pulled her down.
So okay, that's what it was. I couldn't remember how she actually got down there in the first place.
So she was meant to come down eventually. Just not. I don't think the way that she got
exactly. And like, man, like I just really like the Sealed Temple too. Like, first of all, the theme in here, like, you know, it's kind of got that like that sacred theme. You know, it feels a lot like and looks like the Temple of Time. An Ocarina of Time.
It serves like the same general purpose of being like that sacred place.
Yeah, sacred place.
You know, and honestly, like again, not to get too spoilery, a little later on, we do use it to travel through time. In this temple as well.
That's not a spoiler for any Zelda game because there's always a time element in every single Zelda game.
That is actually
we go through time in almost every. We do go through time in almost everyone, or turn it back, or just whatever.
So you're right though. It feels like a great, sacred, holy, you know, whatever you want to call it, place, even in its rundown state that it's in now.
Now, like every other grandma, she's a little chatty though. She's a little chatty. So like, well, I do like the storyline. Some of these people, like we mean a Goron later on. God. Which there's a couple characters in this game that are a little chatty.
Yeah, and especially. I know a lot of it is since this is the first main area of the game that they're filling in some of the purpose of like statues, cubes, all this stuff. Like they're filling in,
like you know, guiding through like the game and everything.
Yeah, so it's
I didn't know. I thought it was in front of that treasure chest right there, but I wasn't.
Like inching up to it. Like
closer.
It's gonna be one of those fake treasure chests and an enemy pops out.
Oh my god, that was so frustrating.
Such a tease.
Screw you, Link's Awakening.
That game is definitely the worst for it. But now that we're done talking to that woman, this wraps up part 1.